Hello, I'm Rosanne Sorrentino with Bridget Kavanaugh and Judy Laveri, and welcome to Guilted Into It.
Oh my God.
That was so
Formal.
subtle.
I don't even. I'm formal.
Hello. I felt like I was on
I
a
said
late
hello.
night over
I was
the
trying to-
radio. And call in with your problems.
Right.
So
I was trying to
Are we
do.
in
we can
NPR?
solve it.
No, I was trying to do like the 5.
No, the
No.
5 is much more lively.
All right, I'll be more lively
Yeah,
next
that
time.
was not good.
That was not good.
Hello,
All right.
this is the 5.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, you were
Hello.
like, hello.
I'm Roseanne. This is Bridget and Judy, and welcome to Guilted Into It.
It's worse.
See, we
It's somehow
just
It's
worse.
worse.
We just guilted her
It's
into
worse, yeah.
it. We did.
Wow.
Well, we're back, folks. Here we
We're
are.
very lonely.
We are very lonely. We have an empty studio.
Yeah.
No audience. The other show is on a break this week, so it's just the 3 of us. But-
Just the 3 of us.
Oh boy, here it goes. We're never gonna shut her up now.
Just the
Can I
3 of
explain
us.
why you're here from the beginning?
Yeah, why am I
Why
here?
are you here? We don't know. So here's what's happening with this. We decided we're gonna shuffle things up a little bit. We're gonna reformat a little bit, and so now every week it's gonna be the 3 of us. The 3 women from different generations just sitting around like we're at our kitchen table. So I hope you enjoy that.
How interesting.
How interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if we should let you explain
wow.
things anymore.
Yeah. You be the judge. all
Right.
Well, why don't
You
you
be the
explain it
judge.
then?
I'm not explaining anything. Judy's a
No,
staple.
we're-
We're giving the people what they want.
We are giving the people what
By
they
bringing
want.
her back.
Definitely. 100%.
And we're going to be discussing
Mm-hmm.
topics from 3 different points of view.
Yes, we are going to be doing
The
that.
past, the present, the future.
That's right.
Yeah.
So there.
Okay, I guess that works.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's
That
fine.
was way better than what you came up with. That was good, and that was on the fly. That's why she's here regularly now.
That's right.
That's why she's a series regular.
No,
That's it.
I can't.
What?
It's a lot of stress, a lot of pressure on me.
Oh, please. You don't even prepare.
I know. That's why it's pressure. If I had something prepared, something to say.
Well, I have something you could say. Let's talk about you last night at dinner shooting me with a water gun.
I did.
Oh, you guys
Well,
had dinner together last
We
night?
did. We had a meeting. We had a family meeting about September.
Oh, I was free. That's something.
You have to understand,
Mm-hmm.
everything is growing. I don't have the room anymore. My
Me?
grandchildren
Your
are always
granddaughter?
bringing somebody with them. I have my own. What would you call him? My man.
Your man.
And I can only fit so many people
Oh,
in
so
ships.
I'm on the chopping block?
So-
Is
no,
what
but
you're
you
trying
would-
to say?
But remember when she was like, I want to redo my apartment. I'm going to get rid of my table. I don't need it. Well, last night I said to her, aren't you glad you didn't get rid of the table? We all would have been sitting on the floor eating dinner.
It's true.
So
It's
she
true. I guess I have to keep it.
keep the table. Keep
Wow.
the table. But yes, she shot me with a water gun.
Okay.
Well, only. Well, why did I shoot you with a water gun?
Well, I know you're going to tell us.
Well, it's should I say it's going to be kind of a new segment as long as it lasts,
Right.
and it's going to be called For the Birds. If you remember,
Appropriate.
last week I was talking about how the birds are driving me nuts because they sit above my deck and they
And do
dirty,
bird things.
So I decided I didn't want to hurt them, so I figured a water gun would be fine until I got the high frequency thing that was supposed to
Right.
distract them, which does not work at all. It doesn't work. So I have a water gun, and I discovered. Well, first of all, I had everyone over, and I just demonstrated what I had, and I aimed it
At
her.
me.
I just a little squirt, But I did discover that the birds are a lot slower at night than in the morning. In the morning, they are.
What do you mean slower?
I shoot them at night and I hit them with with water.
Water gun,
Just
please
water.
Of course.
specify.
Just water. But in the morning, They are so sneaky.
They're well
like,
rested.
chirp, chirp, chirp. You hear me? Chirp, chirp, chirp. And then I go to the door very quietly. And before I can even open it, they're flying away. So, but at night, I put the light on. The light doesn't even bother them. Open the door, pick up my gun.
Water gun.
Yes, it's a water gun. Yes. And I just.
And do they fly away?
Yes. Oh, are you kidding?
Oh,
Oh,
my
yeah.
Have they
God.
learned not to come back?
No, they come back. They're like really. They're really playing games with me now because once I got the water gun, I didn't see them for a couple of days. So I thought, oh, all right, I must have scared them when I lobbed that little nut at them because I did scare them.
What if they start to come back in greater numbers to
They
taunt you?
no, it's usually a family. It's usually a family. I could see the mother sitting there. She's
Wow.
probably protecting her babies.
Probably. And
But-
you're,
From the
there
crazy
is
old
no-
lady with a gun.
There's no nest. It's inside my deck. There's like a soffit, and they're inside there. That's why I can't always.
well,
Shoot them.
it was
Yes.
winter.
Wow.
They were
Okay.
hunkering down.
Well, hunker in a tree. I've got trees all over. Why do they have to bother me? Why me?
Because they're out for you. They're gunning for you.
But you know what? It's really. I live in a complex, and when I first moved there, they gave me a parking spot. It was under a tree. The tree, everything was dirty. I couldn't get out of my car. I had to back the car in.
We had to hear
And-
about it
Yeah, and
constantly.
I told them that it's hard. It's hard to maneuver because the tree stump is coming up and all. Okay, so finally I was able to get a different parking spot. And now it's under another tree. It's very dirty. But the original tree, they
It's
took
gone.
out. And
it's a great spot, and you
it
can't
is,
have it.
It is. It's better, the best spot.
ideal
And
spot.
now I did myself in.
This is
So-
the sort of drama that goes on at the 55 and over.
Yes.
Yes,
This is thrilling stuff.
I mean, God, this is not a therapy
Listen.
session, by the way.
I'm just telling you what my life consists of and why today I'm just not happy with humanity. And I cannot mention names because I don't
Of
want to
course.
incriminate myself.
No, but humanity
But
is
humanity-
not.
Humanity.
She's been mad at humanity.
Wait,
today.
so first it's the birds,
And now it's
and now it's
humanity.
Yes.
all of humanity?
Pretty much, well, all of the humanity that I know.
Yes, her immediate humanity.
I do not want to get to this point.
Well, we're skipping over it
You're
now.
already
I
on your
just-
way.
That's
just-
what scares me, because it just kind of creeps up on you and you don't
I just
realize
mentioned it. That's all. I just wanted to mention it. But
that you're mad at humanity.
pretty much, yeah.
And that's where you're leaving that?
I'm feeling very belligerent.
Mm.
Oh, shocking.
You? Belligerent?
Belligerent?
And I just, a lot of stuff. It's stuff. It's just.
Otto said she is so moody today. Oh my God.
Oh, he might be part of the
He
humanity.
might be the humanity.
He's a big part of the
He
humanity.
is. Oh.
No, you're not, honey. No, you're not. No.
Oh,
And even though you're moody, he's still watching the show.
Yes.
Yes.
And that is love.
because he's loyal and he's loving, and you need to be nicer.
I am.
You always get a bad rep.
Right.
Yes.
I'm a good person.
Everyone says you always need to be nicer. Now, did the lead into this show where you're shooting innocent birds prove that you're nice? Probably not.
But I have a reason.
And
I'm
you not inviting me to dinner? Also not nice. However, I will still stand by your side and tell the people that you are nice.
Well, I'm not shooting birds just because I enjoy shooting birds.
Of course not.
I
That
mean,
would make
it's
you
not
a
like I'm
hunter.
a hunter.
Oh God, we're back to the
I'm
birds.
protecting my property is what I'm doing.
Of course.
That's
You're
all.
like a Rottweiler. You're the Rottweiler of the 55 and over.
Thank
She
you.
really is.
Thank
She
you.
really is.
I like that.
A little pit bull. That's what she is. Because we've been hearing about these parking spots for.
It's very hard to
Years.
live amongst humanity.
It is.
It really is. It's
It really is.
daunting is what it is. So
Yes. I
there.
agree.
Well, it is, and I do notice, as I do get a little older, that I may be a little less tolerant.
Tolerable, do you
No,
mean?
tolerant.
I heard it wrong. I heard I heard tolerable.
No. Life does beat you down.
Well, this is an uplifting episode of Guilted Into It. Does anybody else
I'm
want to
just-
kill themselves?
I just want to let people know what to expect.
If we're
That's
not here
all.
this week, it's next week. It's because either one of them may have killed themselves.
No, nobody's killing
No,
themselves.
no, we're not.
Don't
It's not
talk
that
like
dramatic.
that. Don't talk like that.
Nah, but you never know. I mean, I could be getting out of my car in the
Oh,
dead of
God.
night, walking up to my,
Dimly lit
No,
front door because you're too
let
cheap
me-
to
and
put
let
the
me
light
tell
on.
you, the next day, nobody would even know because don't you think children should call their mother every day
Yes,
just
I
to
do.
check in, just to see if you're still breathing? That's all.
I do that.
But I can track you. So if that
Doesn't
little,
matter,
her
it could be
phone is
dead
alive.
no, if the little car is moving, if you're out and about,
But
I
if
know.
she
She
little
gets
car-
out of her car in the dead of night,
Yeah.
and someone were to try to mug her. If she's anything like her birds, she'll be much slower.
At night, yes, it's
I
true.
mean, it's dangerous.
You're right. See,
Well,
she-
I think between
Bridget
my
knows.
sister and
I know.
we both okay.
Oh, and there's humanity number 2.
There it is.
I'm just saying, I could still be in my bed, not
Well, I
breathing.
texted you this morning to call me when you got a minute because I knew you were bowling.
That was today.
And then you called me yesterday.
You actually hung out yesterday.
We hung out
I know
yesterday.
that because I wasn't invited.
There was no room at the
There was
table.
no room at the
Just
table.
like there's no room at the inn, same thing.
It's okay. I made a lovely dinner.
Well, there you go. And I have yet to be invited to your house for dinner.
Then I'll cook you dinner
Well, I mean,
if you would
think
like.
about it. How many times have I
Alright.
had you for dinner?
Well, you're the grandma.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be
yes,
that
I
way.
think that is the order
Right.
of things.
But
So,
you know, listen, my friend's grandson loves to cook. He's going to college. He's going to be an astrophysicist or so. I don't know. But he loves to cook. I forgot to ask her. And he, I'm coming over tonight, Grandma. I'm going to cook for you.
okay, let's stop right there.
Let's pause
Let's
that.
just pause
if
that.
I entered your kitchen and started to cook,
I let Octavio cook yesterday.
You
no
would
way.
be, you're making a mess. Oh my God, you dropped it on the floor.
I
You'd be
yelled at
wiping
him
around.
when I came
Yeah.
in. He had like 5 paper towels on the counter to drain dishes. Why? Dry them.
But here's my,
Then he was scratching my pot. Did you hear me when
See?
he was scratching?
that's why nobody comes to your house
Oh,
to
stop
cook
it.
for you.
Oh, stop.
I'll come over and I'll bring the Paula Deen pots.
No, you're going to go there
I'm
and cook.
bringing them.
You cook in her pots.
I know because she gave me the Paula Deen pots, and some of them are damaged.
How?
They are scratched on the bottoms,
On the bottom?
on
Inside?
the interior of the pan.
Oh, that can't be. Maybe
Wear and
just
tear.
the big one?
I don't know. I'll
Maybe
send photos.
Maybe you scratched
I did not scratch them. It's when I got them,
them. I don't know.
and I.
She's never, it's you. It's always going to be
You know how old those pots are?
And then last night, everybody's like,
15
oh,
years.
Judy, can I help? Judy, can I help? And she's in there. No, I got it.
Yeah.
And my friend Sarah looks at me and goes, why are you helping? I go, oh, 'cause I won't do it right.
Oh,
I
stop.
learned a long time ago. I just sit like a princess.
And that you do.
Right.
Yes.
And if she's not sitting like a princess, she's
I'm sleeping like
a
a princess.
Yes.
The princess and the pea.
I call it rebooting.
Yes, you do.
I have to reboot.
Yes, I know.
Now this is a fun sweater. We haven't
No
talked
turtleneck,
about yet.
though.
Well, I like this sweater. I love the
Do you
color.
remember I had one in white years ago?
Yeah, I got it at Marshall's.
Oh, I didn't
Mhm.
get mine in
What's the matter with it?
Nothing.
Nothing
It's-
at all.
That looks very
It's
nice.
quite nice.
Your fingers are cold
It seems itchy.
It's not. It's very cozy, actually.
on a day of 60-degree
Right. Of
weather.
course, this is what I'm saying. We're becoming at the beginning of spring, and this is what you're wearing.
But it was perfect because I didn't need a jacket earlier in the day.
Right.
But
Yes.
It
you
was
still look like you're ready to make a snowman. It looks very pretty. I'm not saying.
I think we're gonna change the name of the show to Shit on Rosanne.
no.
See, only when it's about her she gets upset.
Yeah. I mean, I've already been, talked about it
That is
inside
true.
out.
That is true.
I
That's
don't get
part of it.
upset.
Next time, Otto's bringing his own pots. I don't blame you, Otto. I would never cook for her again. She's gonna give you grief. But yeah, you could come to my kitchen and use my crummy pots, and I don't care what you do to them.
I actually like my Paula Deen pots.
Thank you.
I'll say it.
Thank you.
Anyway,
So,
You're the only one I never gave pots to.
how does that feel?
Oh, no. Excuse me. I gave you the Martha Stewart porcelain crock pot. Not crock pot. What do you call them? The heavy one. The
Dutch
really
oven?
heavy
the
one.
Dutch oven, yeah.
Dutch oven.
You did give me that.
Yes,
I do
That
like
was the gem amongst
that
pots.
was a good
So you got a good one.
that was very good. Thank
Yes.
you. Yes,
And
thank
if you
you.
play your cards right, I have another one.
And same size?
No, the next size down.
Oh, I would like that.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, because that one.
Anyway,
Anyway,
so we're gonna attempt to
attempt.
talk about topics every week. Just kind of like current stuff that's happening or
Just
things
throw it
that
out
are
there.
generational.
You have a topic? You
I
wanna
mean,
bring
I
up? Let's
have,
bring a
like-
topic up.
Well, first of all, I just want to. I did a little research because I was never sure where the cutoff was for the different generations,
Oh, okay.
right?
I think I'm a
So-
millennial.
So you
Right.
are a millennial. You made it by after 95. It changed.
Oh,
So you're
by
the last year of the millennial.
months.
Mom, I thought you were a boomer.
I'm not. I'm nothing.
You are called the silent generation,
Oh, well, that
which is
couldn't
so
be more
ironic.
inaccurate. The silent
I missed
generation.
boomer.
By
Baby
1
boomer.
year. 1 year.
Yeah, a couple.
Started 1946.
Yeah, well, I was born in July, so I wasn't a full year. It was 6 months.
But you still, I don't know.
Silent generation.
Well, I'm
Silent,
saying if I was born
yeah.
6 months later, I would have been a boomer.
And I'm Gen X.
That one's boring.
What does that mean?
That means people were born between 1965
Well, I know,
and
but why?
1976.
What is Gen X?
Yeah.
Generation
Only
X.
the best generation that there ever was.
No,
It really is. Think about it.
no. What?
It was the best generation. It was a huge generation of change and the way we grew up, like
True.
the world that we grew
Woodstock,
up in.
The protesting.
You had wars.
She had the depression and a
No,
couple
I
of
didn't
good
have
wars.
A couple of
I
good
didn't have
wars.
depression.
You didn't. But
No.
The silent generation.
Don't you know your history?
The
I
silent
do.
generation.
I thought you were born
experience.
much earlier in the 30s.
No,
But-
not quite.
All right.
I
What-
was not around when Vivian Lee.
What year were you born?
1945.
Oh, okay.
Damn it.
Oh, okay. So that's fine. You passed most of the bad stuff.
Well, we had phones,
Television.
We had television. We went to the outer space in the 50s.
Outer space.
Right.
They
Rocket
did.
ship.
They just circled, but what else did we had cars and planes, all that stuff.
Electric.
Yes. Running
water.
And what else? Yeah. We had all that. All the comforts. We did.
Well,
Maybe we need an older person.
maybe. I don't know. You're not old enough.
Oh, okay.
No, you're old enough.
Oh, thanks. I guess.
So that's the perspective that we're going to be coming from. And thank God you didn't. I'm so happy you're not a Gen Z.
Yeah. Because you know what? I was watching Jesse Waters, and he sends his assistant out to, get opinions from people and all. And he went down to spring break, I guess Daytona, wherever, and he asked, who is our vice president? And she went, I don't know. And he said, well, she has a name like, and she go, it's a girl. Now I'm scared. I don't want to leave my, life in their hands.
Yeah,
that is scary.
that
Maybe
is-
we should get Grace. Grace is Gen Z, right?
And so's your
Should we make
sister.
What? Oh,
Yeah.
I guess, but she's not a real Gen Z. Like not a recent one.
No,
No,
Grace's.
she's on-
We need
Sorry,
a
Alex.
recent one, and
Yes.
maybe we need to do a trivia, a Gen Z trivia.
Gen Z trivia.
Where, okay, this is, all right, well, this is a meeting, so you wait. Where
Talk
we'll
amongst
do,
yourselves.
we'll
We'll
do
give you a
trivia
topic.
for, like, she asks you Gen Z related questions, and then we ask her old
questions.
people things.
Old people things. Yes.
The silent
Ask
generation
who?
questions.
Grace.
She wouldn't know.
This
Would
is-
I? My generation?
No, like, you're saying, like, questions like that. Like,
Trivia.
that she should know.
That she should know. Things she should know.
Well, I mean, the vice president today, it's, it's not like a long time ago.
All right,
Well,
she's missing the point.
she's
of
missing the
segment.
point.
We'll
No,
get
I
to
know,
it.
The point
but
is,
Grace
like
wouldn't.
years ago, if you would have asked me as a kid who the vice president was, I probably wouldn't be able to tell you because the vice president didn't really
What?
get. Well, I'm saying at the time when I was a kid, the vice
Well, what do you
president
consider-
didn't
What
get.
do you mean? How old a kid?
I don't know. Grace's age.
Well, it's
16?
Listen to me, because the vice president didn't get as much.
I knew who the vice president was when I was.
Yeah.
Didn't
I
get
did
as
too.
much airtime, if you will. Like
Mm-hmm.
this vice
Well,
president
if you
is
were
all
like-
over the
if
news.
you
If
were
you
like
don't know who
me-
she is,
If you were like me at 15, you would have watched the convention. The
and I blame the
Republican
education system.
Oh God.
I mean, I did. I watched. That was the year of Kennedy when he was, running, and I watched the Democratic convention.
All right. Well,
There you
you
go.
I was
know,
very taken with,
I
Jacqueline
mean, it's not
Kennedy.
everybody's thing. I mean, I definitely, as I've gotten
But
older.
then, of course, that was when there were about 12 channels. So not much else on.
Yeah, and it was
So-
on 5 of the 12.
Right. Yes.
No, it's just one.
This one. Well, so that's what we're gonna do. So I figured I'd
Actually, I watched both conventions. I also watched Nixon's convention. I was very taken with his daughters. I just thought, wow, look at that. They look good. I wasn't looking good back then.
yes, you were.
No, I wasn't.
All right, fishing for a compliment.
I'm not. I don't like compliments.
All right. What do you have a topic then?
So,
us?
well, I
It's
figured.
been long leading up to
Right.
this.
So much
Ooh.
lead in.
All right, well, we're talking. We're talking.
Give us a
There's some
topic.
comments. So, I was thinking, I did have a question here, and you guys are probably going to go, but I think it's a good, it's a nice
Whatever.
Okay.
softball
All right.
into into the generational discussions of get our opinions.
Get to the question. Do more lead in, actually. Give us a little more lead in.
Yeah, really.
I don't think the suspense is
we
high
need
enough.
to dance around
More
it a
lead
little
in,
more.
please.
Oh, I just want to let everybody know. I gave them homework because they come to me like, oh, what's the topic? Like, I
I
can't.
just gave you a topic and you said, well, we'll
no,
save it
let's,
for next
let's
week.
do that one then.
What do you
I
want
love it.
from me?
Let's do
Let's
it.
do yours.
Yeah, what was yours? I'm
Let's
curious
go.
now. Now I have to know.
What did you do as a child that got you in trouble?
Ah,
Boo.
I totally
Bridget
made
was
it.
perfect.
I didn't do
Bridget never
anything.
got
I
in
never.
trouble.
Yes, you're right. I didn't get in trouble at all, except for when Sarah would get me in trouble.
Right.
Because
Or
she,
if Sarah got in trouble, you would go
Right.
have to go along
I was
with
roped
it.
in.
Well, I think less about what did you do to get in trouble, but what happened. What was the repercussions?
Oh,
A good old
What were
fashioned
the
beating
consequences?
with a brush.
Yes.
You know?
Well,
Whether I did it or not, I got for it.
I was fearful of you. At
Really?
4 foot, yes, at 4 feet 11 inches, you were scary, and not in an abused kind of way, but in a way of where if I was mad and I went up to my room and I slammed the door, I would hear your little legs stomping down the hall, and I would fear for my life back
Listen,
there.
I was fearful of it too.
I know.
Don't slam my doors.
Yes. It was always, you always knew how bad it was by how many things you would slam downstairs. You would actually continue to fight with yourself after you had been dismissed from the situation. In my house, slamming doors and cabinets. I didn't even need to be there.
You didn't. You didn't. I was getting out my rage.
Yes. You had a lot
You
of
had
rage
rage?
for a small woman.
I had a lot of
Yeah.
rage. I had a lot of rage.
But it was
No.
taken out on me.
Was it?
Well, I mean, I think,
Oh, I definitely took my rage out on her.
yeah. If
But
I
you
was in,
but you caused the rage. Otherwise, I would have been I was the silent generation, you know.
you
I
weren't
wouldn't-
silent at home.
Well, that's because you were a little bitch. And you are. You gave me a lot of grief.
Yeah.
I am not going to deny that, okay? I am not going to deny that I was a difficult teenager.
You were a free spirit. You
But I
grew up
was.
too fast, is what the problem was.
And that's your fault.
No, it's not.
I think we're losing sight of the topic here.
So thank you for, you're the moderator.
Let's circle back.
So let's circle back.
We really have to rename this show something like Family Issues or
Yeah.
I Hate You when you were.
Or rein it in.
Keep it brief.
Right.
Well, you know, so I definitely, and I don't disagree. I got, you know, smacked around a little bit. And you know what that did?
What?
It got my attention. And I don't think I'm any worse for the wear. Now, I'm not advocating beating children. That's not what I'm saying.
This is tough.
I'm not. But even when you were little, you know, you went to do something, if I slapped you on the hand or I slapped you on the rear end, it got your attention. You looked at me and I
And I've never forgotten that.
oh, stop it.
Well, my thing was. No, I better not. They'll come and arrest me.
They can't arrest you now. The statute of limitations has run out.
Right.
Well, it depends on what I had in my hand at the time.
That's true.
There was a time. Remember the time I hit you with the pole?
Yes, I was in marching band. I was the flag, you know, the
Bearer.
color guard with the flag, and I was practicing with the flag.
So, you can imagine how much she aggravated me because I had to grab something, and that was the only thing, you know,
Wow.
close
Yeah.
by.
Oh, Paul Peltier said Holy Catholic School nuns. It was like Catholic school.
Oh, it was not.
Yeah.
You liked it.
I mean,
You know, you knew.
but now today, so it's very funny. I don't usually comment on videos on TikTok or anything.
Right.
But there was this one video where the mother was showing her little darling doing all of these things, and the commentary was, you know, we give him whatever he wants. He goes to bed whenever he wants. He does this. If he doesn't like what we eat, I make him something else. And
I'm stupid.
I just wrote, kids need structure, kids need routine. I feel bad for his teachers. And I have received about 1,000 likes on that comment.
Oh, really?
Wow.
So, because there's definitely that whole thing now called gentle parenting.
Oh.
Yes. You are anything but.
It doesn't do you any favors. It doesn't.
I wouldn't know.
It could.
I was
And
not gentle parented.
You were not.
Yes, you
were
were.
not.
Compared to me, yeah, you were. She was very much a mother.
Oh, yes, I think so.
Yeah, no, she was all about you and your sister. Whereas I was, just leave me alone. Please. Seriously, I'm
She
miserable.
really loves me.
I'm unhappy.
You really love me. That
I didn't
way.
really want to be here.
I think we need to have a trigger warning at the beginning of this episode.
Seriously, when
if
Judy's
you're
on,
unstable, don't listen
watch.
to this one.
Don't watch.
This
It's
will
all right.
sink you
But I
low.
got over it. I got over it. Everything's good.
And now you just hate humanity.
Yeah, well, humanity's another story.
No, but
It's really-
but I'll be interested.
Why are people the way they are?
Well, but it's interesting because like you
We're
were.
off topic. What?
Stop going off topic. You were what? I'm trying to keep this ship steady. I am. I'm trying to sail it straight. But you were one way, and from the way I was raised, I learned what I thought was okay and what I didn't want to do or what
Well,
I did want to do.
I have to tell you, when I was young, and my sister was young, the way we were brought up, we were abused according to today's standards. No, she's laughing, but it's true. We were
mean to laugh.
abused.
I know,
And
that's bad.
unfortunately, that was the way I learned to do discipline. And I wasn't as bad, but now I look back and I think, but then again, I don't know how much good reasoning would have done.
no, you
2-year-old.
You don't. You don't have to hit your kids. You just have to have structure.
Well, I remember sending you into your room to sit in your rocking chair because you did something, and you screamed and screamed and screamed.
See, but you were unstable, so you couldn't handle the screaming.
I couldn't. I can't.
I used to just let her scream.
I can't.
I was good.
You were good.
Sarah was.
You
Except
did
for-
not prepare
except-
me for your sister.
Except for when she tried to kill me. And she
Well,
did.
And what did you do to deserve that?
I bought you lunch. That's what I did.
Was that in Friendly's when she threw the napkin?
No, it was a pizza
a
place.
pizza
yes.
place. She
Yes.
threw the napkin holder,
Took that napkin holder and
winged it right at her
was
grandmother's
coming
head.
for me. And the woman in the next booth, she goes, "Oh my, she's a strong little one."
I always had good upper body strength.
Yes, you
I
did.
did.
Yes, you did. Yes,
What can I say?
But I saw the look on your face, like this is going to be fun. That's just what it looked like.
Well, we're much closer now. Wouldn't you rather me try to kill you then when I couldn't actually kill you than now
When it's more of
when
a
I
reality.
could kill her? Right. Like,
I guess you're right.
Right.
I guess you have a point.
it's better
No.
that I like you now.
You were good. You were a really good kid. But you, for the first, I don't know, 4 years of your life, you just cried.
4 years? I
You-
didn't think it was. I remember the first year of
The
her
first
life.
year, she cried. She tripped. She cried. She wasn't that kid who could fall and like you go, you're good, okay, brush it off, give it.
Yeah, but you were just so bitchy, crying and crying.
All right, get
Crying.
over it.
As an
We're
infant,
moving on. Oh, her.
crying. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, oh, you're okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I thought she was going back to a topic.
No.
I remember I was in the store with you once, and a woman said, "Oh, she's beautiful," and I said, "Yeah, thank you." And she said, "How old is she?" And I said, 7 weeks, and she goes, "Oh, that's the best time." And I went, "For who?" Because you were always crying, and it was very tough to.
Maybe you just didn't like her. Did you cry much
Right.
when
I don't-
Aunt Amy was watching
I don't-
you?
I don't think I did.
No, you know what? I actually thought that. I was like, I don't think my own baby
Well,
likes
maybe
me.
if you were a little nicer to me.
Oh, I was very nice
I
to
maybe
you.
felt the contempt.
No,
No,
you
there
did
was
not.
no contempt.
There's no contempt.
I think
No.
you might have felt the contempt from me.
Right.
Which is why.
Because according to
So
your
it's quite
mother,
good.
I was less than enthusiastic about
Mm.
having
Being a grandma.
you as a grandchild.
She was from the silent generation. She loved me in
Exactly.
silence.
She
Yes.
loved you in silence.
we did not, express our emotions. We held everything in.
Mm.
That's healthy.
Yes.
Well,
Well, now I wish you'd hold a little more in.
And so do the people at Panera Bread who get her emails.
don't even get me started with that. Ugh.
Oh, wait. Tell Bridget how you solved the problem at the eye doctor of you waiting for so long. She went to the eye doctor. She had a 3:30
I
appointment.
walked out.
Well, that doesn't solve the problem at all.
For me, it did.
You-
I wasn't going to sit there anymore. I'm sorry.
But now, how are your eyes?
They're not good, but
Well, honestly, though, if you have good enough aim to shoot a bird in the dead of night, I think your eyesight's
yeah,
pretty
they're all right.
good.
They're pretty good. They're pretty good. They are. They are.
Oh, my
but I
God.
just, my time is precious.
Right, it is.
Well, it is.
Well,
That
you
is
know,
true.
I worked for a man. He was quite elderly, and he commanded respect. He really did. And he would go to a doctor, and he'd go up to them, and I want to be seen now. Time is money. I have just as important work to do as you do. And they were like, "Oh yes, sir," and they just did whatever for him. And all right, maybe I'm not.
If you did that, they'd be like,
Yeah, get
"Go
the hell
sit down."
out. Get the hell
Well,
out.
I was just about to say, I don't think that's the same anymore because I tried to make a doctor's appointment today and they want to see me in June.
Well,
Who knows, I
that's-
could be dead by then.
Yeah, and why is that? They want to see you in June. You know why? Because they overbook. Because heaven forbid, you can't keep the doctor waiting, and so they cram too many people in, and then the doctor walks around like he's lost, because I was witness to that. And I don't know what I'm saying. All I know is
I don't know what you're saying either.
I have no patience.
All I know is when I was in the thick of working and raising kids, and I had a doctor's appointment, I actually welcomed the wait.
Huh?
I welcomed it because it was like time to just sit
No.
and
Ow.
relax and
Ow.
see, because you're very angry and God's getting you right now. God is getting you.
Well, it says each his own. What can I say? I do notice that I will preface it by saying I was at an eye doctor. Oh, yeah. And they are notorious.
Yeah.
All the other doctors have really tightened up their game. You don't wait as long anymore. I really noticed that. But eye doctors, still, they want to get you.
And that's why I get my eyes checked at Costco.
Well, I think I'm going to be doing that from now on. Because I don't think I need to see him as much as I do. So I have dry eyes. So what?
I have 20/20 vision, so
Well, I used to too,
You know?
until I worked.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
it does catch
it's
up.
like-
40 is the magic
Well,
number.
I had it too. But then I had to get a job and work, and my eyesight died.
Well,
We
think
get
about it.
old. We get
Think
old.
about it.
You will have glasses eventually, but it's probably a very long time in your
maybe
future.
I will be a medical marvel,
Maybe.
and I will be a 90-year-old who can just see.
Well, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know
You
about
never
that
know.
either.
We'll see if you cross the 40 mark.
Okay.
That's the,
All right, that's a good challenge.
That's a good challenge.
yeah.
Now I'm determined, even if I can't see.
Oh, no, you have to be honest about it.
All right, fine.
Yeah.
I'll be
We'll know when the font on your phone gets
Yeah,
bigger
looks like
Yeah.
Cricket,
Yeah.
the Cricket
You
phone.
can read one word per.
per
Yeah.
swipe. Yes. You make fun of mine, but I have friends whose font is like huge. It's like a giant bubble, and there's three.
Speaking of texting, I think now's a good time for me to air a grievance.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yes. We have a
Because
new
this
topic.
is something that you do a lot that I just, for the life of me, cannot wrap my head around. If I text you something at night and you're already sleeping,
Mm-hmm.
in the morning, you don't address what I said. You move on and completely disregard it. I could text you at night, I broke my leg, and in the morning, you would send me the Wordle, and you would not ask me if I'm okay. Yes, you would. It doesn't
depends.
matter what I say.
She
I've
doesn't
asked
answer a lot.
questions. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've asked questions. I asked you something. I remember it was a question, and then in the morning, I was like, no doubt she will, of course, answer this in the morning.
No.
Did not address it. I had to re-ask it.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
If you texted me, I fell and broke my leg. First of all, I would hope if that happened in the middle of the night, you would call me. But if you texted me that, I fell and broke my leg, I would not ignore that. I would pick up the phone and I would call you. Like I did
So you're
today.
saying you ignore her.
Regardless,
No,
No,
but there are
different.
some things. Let me
different.
finish.
I texted you that in the morning.
Let me finish.
It's almost, what I'm saying is, it's almost like whatever happens when you're in a REM cycle does not matter or does not actually occur.
Or is it when she's rebooting?
Right.
No,
This is
sometimes I will read your question and I'm like,
but right.
because
that
it's not
drives
an
me
important question. You
Right, but
probably
to
already got.
me, I want the answer. And I don't get it. I don't understand how, like, to me, when I wake up in the morning, I go, oh, let me see, like, who tried to contact me while I was asleep, and I get back to those people.
And see, I'm this way. Like, she texted me today. Are you bowling? Yes, or whatever. And call me when
You get a
you
chance.
get a chance. So now I'm obsessing over it.
Right.
Why does she want me to call her? Is everything all right? Let me check the tracking to make sure nobody's in the hospital.
Right.
You know, that's the first thing I did.
Oh, I wouldn't
Not
have done
her.
that. Call me when you get a chance. Is I want to ask you something, but it's not
no,
important.
no, but-
if it was important,
but
if
it
there was
sounds-
a hospital involved,
No,
I
when
would have
you-
just called
no,
you.
Nobody would tell me. Don't tell
No.
my mother.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So, remember when I thought you were in the hospital? Tell her. You can tell her.
Would
about
you? I'm in the car.
And
with,
tell it truthfully. Don't exaggerate the way I talk.
okay, I'm in the car with Terry Ann, my friend, and we're on the way to the gym, and we're driving on a road that passes the hospital.
Montauk Highway.
and the phone rings, and I answer it, and she's going to say I'm exaggerating. This I show. Rosanne, where are you?
Okay, that's how I said it.
And I said,
Okay.
I'm in the car. Well, it's showing you're at the hospital. I said, well, I'm driving past the hospital. Why are you tracking me?
Because I was afraid. It makes me nervous. I want to know that you were right.
But doesn't it show the little car?
No, maybe you were at a light.
Oh, yeah, I was at a light. I was.
See?
But I was like, stop tracking me.
Oh, you love it. Well, someday you'll be happy that I track you.
Yeah.
Someday. Something will happen and you'll be like, thank God my mother will track me.
Thank God.
She'll know. Well, this one drives to New Jersey all by herself in the dead of night.
Because I'm 56.
But still.
And
Well, you're-
narcoleptic.
I'm not narcoleptic.
Yeah.
You may as well be.
It's true. It's very
I know
true.
because I got
used
this
to
from
drive
you.
into the city. Maybe her and Amy were in the car, and I'm driving home, and I may as well be by myself. They're both
Yes.
sleeping.
Oh, if I'm your
Oh.
passenger
Ay.
and you're depending on me to keep you awake, we're crashing.
Yeah.
Oh, me too.
I
You
am-
Put me in a moving vehicle. I'm out.
Well, now
Yeah.
Train.
my car talks to me. It says, "Do you want coffee?" And
Oh, mine does that too. It pops up a little coffee cup with the
Yeah.
steam, and it says,
yeah,
need to take a break?
yeah, that's what it says.
Mine doesn't
So
do
there
that.
You go.
My car also tells me when I cross the state lines, it would say, welcome to New Jersey.
It's a fun feature.
My car in the morning it says, "Good morning, Judith."
It says it or you read that?
I read it.
Okay.
I'm sorry. The screen says it.
screen
Sorry. And,
Well,
lots
Because
of
I
other
remember,
things.
now I'm just returning to the point that I had.
Mm-hmm.
I one time asked you, where are the crust white strips? And you didn't answer that in the morning. Did you assume I had found them?
that wasn't a high priority question.
Right, but it's still a question. Just tell me why you do
Needs
this.
your
I
aid.
don't really have a reason.
But what do you do? Walk me through a morning on your phone.
I wake up, I check the time, I go
does
downstairs,
Wordle.
I make my coffee, I sit on the couch, I check my email, I do my Wordle.
See, I check my banking.
When are you answering text messages in that?
I check to see. I do read them.
Right, it bothers me that you're reading it. You're taking
Okay.
an inventory.
From now
so
on.
why aren't you answering?
I will not do that anymore. I don't have a
I don't
reason.
believe you.
I'm
Because
gonna.
this has got to be the fourth time I brought this up
All right,
to you.
but
and
now,
it is the
now
same.
you've called me out
Publicly.
publicly, so I will be better.
Okay.
I will be better.
Well, we'll see. I will be putting that to the test. That's
oh,
for sure.
I'm sure you will be.
I'm going to text you in the dead of night something. Maybe not tonight. Maybe not next week. But soon.
But
Yeah, well, I go, huh. She didn't answer.
I always answer you.
Not always. No, not always.
Well, I'm just the worst, aren't
And,
I?
no, it's fine. It's fine. Just
Well-
as long as you're still alive.
So, I don't know. I don't know why I do that. I don't know. Maybe I do think, oh, you probably already got the answer, or
All right, well, let's move
You
on.
move
This
on.
is boring.
Yeah, it's like too much lead in and then too much outro.
Why don't we just have a moment of meditation and say
A
nothing?
moment of silence on a podcast. That's perfect.
yeah, maybe we should play a commercial.
No.
No?
You want a commercial? You're out of topics? You're
No,
fresh
I'm not out of
Give
topics.
us the topic then,
I'm
Magenta.
not out of topics. It's St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, God.
Yes.
It is on Sunday.
That's
First
coming.
thing today, someone met me. Where's your green? Because we're bowling today.
Oh.
Won't be bowling until next week. Where's your green? I literally forgot. I had
What
other
were you
things.
supposed to wear?
No, you're not supposed to, but old women.
Right. Yes.
Supposed.
You
to.
love those festive shirts and sweaters.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes. Especially at Christmas.
Oh, especially if it has sparkles on it.
All right, I did buy a shirt
Now,
today.
there's a topic. Hold on. Okay? Because we definitely, little kids, little girls especially, I remember taking you and your sister shopping in Justice, and she loved everything sparkly. Not you so much, but your sister. loved everything sparkly. And then you get to an age where you're like, no sparkles anymore. And then,
Oh, excuse me. What
Hold
did that
on.
dress of yours look like at your retirement?
excuse me,
But
let me
she's
finish.
re-entering
I'm
Sparkle Face.
re-entering.
You were about to degrade
No,
me.
I wasn't. I was about to say, you go through a no sparkle period, and then slowly it sneaks up on you,
It comes back.
and you start to like the sparkles again.
Because I have a very active social life.
Except
need
for
to
your
be-
disco ball outfit. I have to draw the line.
Your dress looked like
No,
a disco.
it did not.
It did too. It was
It
top
was
to bottom.
But it was a sequin gown, which
Top
is
to
different
bottom.
than
What?
yours was bright. Your is bright silver, looks like a disco ball, and then you
That's
want to.
only because it was in the closet with the light on.
Okay,
I don't have anything sparkly.
no,
I
you
just
never
put
have.
something
Yeah, that's
tonight.
true.
And when I put something sparkly on you, you were not happy.
I like what I like.
That's fine, and I like what I like. This fluffy sweater.
I like the fluffy sweater. It's
I love
just,
a turtleneck.
You look itchy.
But I'm not. I'm
You
perfectly
look itchy
comfortable.
and scratchy
Kinda
in
like-
that.
Kind of like Bigfoot or something. I don't know, right? Like
Yeah.
that fuzziness.
Yes, it's something new.
Oh
I
my
like
God.
that for you.
Well, but when does that happen? When did you start? Because growing up, you never wore sparkly clothes.
I couldn't afford them.
This is just
Complete
depressing.
honesty is not always necessary.
Well, all right, that's good.
But definitely, I mean, do you
Now
remember?
I've got every time I go every time I go out, I buy clothes. I'm obsessed.
You are.
You said you're in a shopping phase.
You know how many shoes I have? You ever count my shoes?
No.
You think you have shoes? I got them all over.
I don't know.
Oh, I bet you I could outdo you.
Really.
I think so. Yeah.
I'm going to count my shoes this
Yeah,
week.
take
I'm
a
gonna
tally
count-
this week.
I'll count mine and we'll announce next week.
Do flip-flops count? They count. They're shoes.
Oh, if you want them to, I got plenty of flip flops.
Yeah, count them.
Okay.
Count them.
Okay.
All right. So, oh, well, I'm sure you're all thrilled that you get that to look
Edge-
forward
edge
to
of
next
their-
week.
They're on the edge of their seats.
They really are.
Well,
So.
you know.
Paul Peltier is asking if Otto is still awake. Because he's been
Probably-
quiet.
Probably not.
And I want to say hi to Anne and Tara and Cassandra for tuning in. Thank you. I don't know if my sister is still watching. She started earlier in Doreen rather. So we have about seven minutes left.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? You got anything you want to wrap up with? Because I don't want to have too long of an outro.
Well, I think if we're going to start the outro, I mean, the
Well-
way you do it, we should have started minutes ago.
Well, no, I'm just saying I wanted to talk a little
Oh.
bit about.
But yeah, I mean.
I have a kind of an exciting.
oh, yeah, let's
thing
talk about
coming
that.
up.
Yeah. Well, let me just say this. I have nothing exciting coming up, so I will pass it to you too because you have much
Okay.
more to talk about.
All
So
right,
there.
Go ahead. Talk about your exciting thing.
Well, so we both know this woman Vanessa that we met her during comedy class, and she has twin boys who both have Down syndrome, and she became very involved in something called
Oh.
Gigi's Playhouse, which is a center for families and children, and kind of connects them with things that they need or services or whatever. And it's a really great.
That has to be really
It's-
unusual.
It's a really great organization. And so she's doing a Broadway cabaret for World Down Syndrome Day in the MasterCard Midnight Theater in Manhattan. And she reached out and she asked me to come host it. And she was like, maybe do a little comedy in the beginning and then host it. And then I'm actually going to get to step on a New York stage and sing. I'm very excited.
That's where
It
you
is going to
should
be
be.
very exciting.
Because it's not Broadway, but it's close. It's a
Oh.
New York stage, and I am going to,
Well-
for this occasion, it should be a Broadway tune, and well, what's the most optimistic tune that ever graced a Broadway stage?
And
Tomorrow.
did you tell her it'll be all Broadway singers?
It's all Broadway singers. The whole night. It's a Broadway cabaret.
Yeah.
And they have performers from all different shows that have been, that are on Broadway or were on Broadway. So it's really going to be a
Is there
pretty
gonna be
exciting.
food?
There is food.
There is?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, there is food,
Okay.
actually.
Are they providing the food?
No, you
Oh.
have to buy the food.
Okay.
So it's a fundraiser.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So they're raising funds for
Raising funds.
Gigi's Playhouse. So very exciting.
That
So
is
if you're,
exciting.
it's on March 25th, and the show is at 7:00.
Do we go somewhere to get tickets?
You can go to the I think it's midnighttheater.com, and you can purchase your tickets. And it's I will tell you the exact name of the. I thought I saved the poster.
You sent it to me.
I
today.
did. What is it?
It is, or are you're the exact name of the theater is what you said.
Yes, but what's the name of the? It's the Gigi's
Cabaret.
Broadway
music.
Cabaret.
Broadway
That's what it is.
Cabaret at the MasterCard Midnight Theater. So
Yes.
if you're interested in helping out a great cause,
I'm looking at some of the other people that will be there. Looks interesting.
yeah.
All right. That would
So
be good.
so it should be a really great show. And that's my big news. I'm super excited.
That'll be good.
Oh, I have news.
Oh.
If you're going to be looking for me on the 27th of March,
Mm-hmm.
don't bother. I won't be here. I'll be in Florida.
Okay.
Maybe
So
we'll
there.
remote you in.
Oh, that could be interesting.
That would be interesting.
I
Yeah.
can give you an update on what I've been doing.
Yes.
That would
do
be
that.
fun. We would like
Live
that.
from Boca. No, where are you going?
Yeah.
Oh,
Boca.
Boca.
Del Rey, that area.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So, yeah, I
that's
won't be
good.
around.
Okay. Well, we'll miss you.
Oh, thank you. I miss
But
you.
and I have a show at Governor's Little Room, Giggle Room rather,
Yes.
on March 30th. If anybody wants to come see
Won't
some
be
comedy.
here then either.
I will. Yeah.
And Bridget, what about you? We have little over 2 minutes left.
I have a show tomorrow at Necromantic Brewing Company, so that'll be something fun. I actually think that is all I have to say at the moment.
Oh, okay.
I'll also be at a different brewery, Spider Bite, on March 24th. That's a Sunday.
I've never heard of these breweries.
Well,
Spider
Yeah.
Bite?
yes.
I think I got a
in
Spider Bite.
Holbrook. But anyway, yeah, I'll be there. I'll be in those places. So, yeah.
Telling some jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Well, it's been
That's
quite
fantastic.
a fun-filled week.
Yeah. Well,
It has.
we got stuff going on, and
And what are you doing on St. Patrick's Day? Really?
I don't know.
And you?
I don't know.
And that's why
Maybe
I
going out
have
with
to.
my friends.
I mean, I'm not Irish. I used to do the big St. Patty's Day thing because my kids were half Irish.
Still are.
Yeah, you're still half Irish. But so for me, really, we did the whole corned beef and cabbage thing,
Yes.
last Sunday. So
But don't you have friends who are Irish and inviting you for corned
well,
beef and
nobody has
cabbage?
yet. So I'm
Oh.
taking invites. No.
Well, I'll be at at an affair the night before,
Oh, an affair.
so I'll be corned beef and cabbaged out
Mm.
by then.
Well, enjoy your affair.
I don't really like corned beef and cabbage out anyway.
Me neither.
It's never as good as when you make it.
And it's not as good. The Irish coffee, the Irish soda bread is not as good as
Oh no.
mine.
You should make a loaf for me.
No, I should make one for myself.
You shouldn't. You
because
should give
I
me some of it
never,
because I
ever
didn't
take
really
it
get to
home.
eat too much of it.
I'll do that.
Well, anyway.
I have the makings of it.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, I
That would
think
be
I
nice.
will. Okay,
Good.
So
maybe I'll do that.
yeah, we'll do that next Wednesday. Even though it's after St. Patrick's Day, it's still March. We'll have Irish soda bread. It'll be
Well,
lovely.
if I do it, I'll
Okay.
probably do it this weekend, or
It'll still be
Friday,
good.
and give you.
All
We
right.
can work out the logistics of the soda bread another time, I would say.
Well,
All right.
Bridget, why don't you, take us out?
Yeah,
Why don't
take
you
All
us
say
out.
the-
Guilted into it is over. Good night.
That's it.
That was it.
That's it.
See, I knew.
I
Wow.
want to say,
All right, let's see.
wow, we're at the end of the show. We hope to see you all again next week for some more stimulating conversation.
Thank you for joining us tonight.
Yes.